Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, as we stand, we are about 3 weeks out from SummerSlam. And I've been seeing a lot of people putting out not only their SummerSlam prediction videos, but also going as far as to say their WrestleMania 41 predictions. And seeing them all has kind of got me inspired, and it's got my gears turning, so I wanted to put this video out to let you guys know what my Mania 41 predictions are about 7 or 8 months out. Because I've been seeing a lot of people saying certain things that I don't think are the case. The biggest one I keep saying is people think it's going to be Cody Rhodes defending his title against The Rock at Mania 41. And I gotta be honest, guys, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we are definitely getting Rock versus Roman at 41 because I just don't think they want to wait any longer on this dream match. Rock's in amazing shape, he really is, but he is not a young buck anymore. And I think out of the two prospect matches, if you had to choose between Cody and Rock and Roman Rock, you gotta go with the lather there. It's the money. It's not just a money match, right? It is the money match. And it got me thinking, I think I know, or at least I have a prediction how they're going to roll this out, right? So we got Solo versus Cody basically confirmed for SummerSlam. I think after like a just barn burner of a match, right? I think the Bad Bloodline are going to get involved, and it's going to look like doom and gloom for Cody's run. And then we're going to hear that Tribal Chief music, and we're going to get Roman Reigns coming back to confront Solo for being the false, self-appointed head of the table, right? And then I think between SummerSlam and War Games Survivor Series, we're going to have this build-up of Roman's good, or OG, Bloodline members. They're going to go up against Solo, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu, in what I'm sure will be a brutal as hell War Games match. I think what's going to happen is Roman's going to come out on top, his team's going to come out on top, and then you're going to hear that Rock music hit, right? Rock's going to return at the end of War Games, right? At Survivor Series, have a silent stare down with Roman, and then from Survivor Series War Games all the way to Mania, we build up Rock versus Roman, where we finally get it at Mania 41. So you're probably wondering, okay, where does that leave Cody defending his belt? Well, I think that match has been sitting right in front of us. Everyone keeps saying, oh, we're going to get Randy versus Cody at SummerSlam. Now they're saying, oh, we're going to get it at War Games. Oh, we're going to get a Rumble. No, I think Cody versus Randy is a Mania level match. Like, next to a Rock match or a Roman rematch, I feel like Randy is like the third best possible option for Cody, like to have that Mania level main event, because the story is there, man. They have the history, and a Randy heel turn would just be a monumental push for this match, and I think that's what they're gonna go with. I really do, and it's gonna be a really fun build because they can tap into so much. They can tap into Dusty's legacy, him training Randy, right? Randy basically taking Cody under his wing during Legacy, right? There's a lot to play with there. So I think that's where they're going to go with it. Okay, I'm going to skip over the heavyweight title for a minute because there's like 6 different directions I can go with that. So we're going to skip over that straight to, I think, is it called the Women's Championship? The one that Liv Morgan currently has. And won't much longer, I don't think. Cause I do think Rhea is either getting that offer at SummerSlam or like Bad Blood right after that. But regardless, Rhea Ripley will be the champion again by the time Mania comes around, right? And I think there is only one woman you put her up against, right? It's not a Charlotte Flair rematch. It's not a Liv Morgan rematch. It is, I think this is the most money women's match I can think of, and that's Rhea Ripley taking on the EST Bianca Belair. I think that is the dream women's match, in my opinion, right? I've wanted to see those two clash forever now. Ever since I think they were the final two in the Mania that Bianca won. I wanted to see that match ever since then, and I think this year could be the year we get it, right? Somehow you get Bianca over onto Raw or Rhea onto SmackDown. Or Bianca just wins the Rumble again. She decides to challenge Rhea Ripley. And the hype I have for that match is just ridiculous. Like, I've been wanting to see that for years now. But anyways, I think that's where they're going to go with that. Now, as far as the other Women's Championship, which Bayley's currently holding on to that, I think Bayley's going to lose it at SummerSlam to Nia, where I don't know if she'll do it there or if she'll wait, but Tiffany Stratton is going to for sure cash in on Nia. She's not going to cash in on Liv or Rhea or whatever. She's going to cash in on Nia, right? So come Mania time, I think Tiffany Stratton will still have that belt on her. And there's another dream match just staring us right in the face right there. A returning Charlotte Flair comes back to challenge basically the younger version of her, right? And we get Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. The future versus the past, right? Or the present, if you want to say that. And I think that will also be an amazing match. Not just an amazing women's match, but an amazing match, period. Like, battle of the moonsaults. So everyone's talking about LA Knight versus Logan Paul. I think we're finally going to crown LA at SummerSlam. If not, maybe the next pay-per-view at Bad Blood. But it's time to put a belt on that man, right? He's over his shit. And it's just time. He deserves it, right? LA's going to hold that belt all the way to Mania, no doubt. And I think there's one person that's going to be left out of the world title scene that is so over, right? And he needs to be in a big marquee match. And they tease this, right? At Money in the Bank, we got versus Yeet. And I think that they're testing the waters because I think we're going to get LA Knight defending his United States Championship against main event Jey Uso. I think that's where we're going. And I think that's going to be an amazing match. It's going to be probably the loudest match because everybody loves cheering for those guys, right? So it's a guaranteed hype match from the crowd, right? So I think it's a money match against both these dudes who everyone feels like are not being represented the way they deserve to be. They're not getting the push they deserve. Everyone keeps saying LA Knight deserves to be in the main event picture. Everyone's saying you're going to call him main event Jey Uso, y'all be in the main event. Well, I don't think either of them are going to be there by Mania. So put them against each other for that United States Championship. All right, on to the Intercontinental Championship, which is currently being held by Sami Zayn. Long story short, I think we got to complete the prophecy, right? It's been foretold that Chad Gable will stop at nothing to get his hands on that belt, right? So that leaves you thinking, okay, who is he going to face at Mania for that belt to defend it? I thought long and hard about this one, and this is the one I'm least confident about. But since he's currently feuding, or I don't even know what you'd call it a feud, he's being stalked by the Wyatt Six, I think the obvious choice is to have him take on Bo Dallas or Uncle Howdy, whatever you want to call him. Or if we're going to call him Taylor Rotunda, I'm not sure, but I think that's where it's going to go. If I had to put, confidence points on these, that's pretty low, but I could see it, and I could see them crowning Bo with that IC championship so that the Wyatt Six are not only this opposing faction, they also have some gold to go along with it. Okay, so now we're at the heavyweight championship / blood feud part of the video. This is tough because this little section here kind of encompasses the heavyweight title itself, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, and Brock Lesnar, right? So they're all in this conversation. This is tough for me because we go a couple ways, right? We're all pretty certain that Gunther is going to be crowned heavyweight champion at SummerSlam at the expense of Damian Priest, who, by the way, I think he'll probably end up taking on Finn Balor at Mania. I think they'll play that out. So I'm kind of torn on this, but if I have to throw a couple matches out there right now, I guess we'll probably get... It's either going to be Gunther versus Brock for the heavyweight title or Gunther versus Drew. right? It's gonna be one of those two, I think. I think Gunther versus Brock will be pretty cool. I know that we all know they want to get Brock back in the picture, but then do you want to put him in a marquee world title match? Because that's gonna make people hate his guts. So I don't know. It might be Gunther Drew. That'd be a dope match. But then that leaves Seth and Punk, right? The match they wanted for last year's Mania. Do they make it for the heavyweight title, or do they just make it a blood feud match? I'm personally in the belief that we're going to get a triple threat at SummerSlam between Drew, Seth, and Punk. That just seems to be the direction they're going. It makes sense because I think they want to protect Punk, right? They want to kind of give him a nice, easy match to ease his way back into. Having Rollins in there as a third party to dance with kind of lessens his load for the match. So I don't know what we're going to do with those couple of matches there. But if I had to throw predictions out right now, I'm going to say Gunther versus Drew, and then Seth versus Punk. But yeah, those are my predictions. Obviously, there'd be more matches than that, but those are like the main marquee ones I could think of. You might have like Trish Stratus come back to do a match with somebody. Guys, those are my WrestleMania 41 predictions here in the month of July. Let me know what you think. Tell me your own predictions. I'm very interested to hear. I'm gonna come back to this after Mania, and we're gonna go through these and see how wrong or maybe right I was. I gotta get at least one of these right? But yeah, that's it, guys. If you liked it, go ahead and like, subscribe. Maybe I'll do more of these. Who knows? But yep. Have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.